Hello, everybody. Sorry for missing this Bible study overslept. But I'll be coming from 1 Corinthians 10. I think I'm gonna come from the 30. It says, "If I take part in the meal with thankfulness, why am I denounced because of something I thank God for? So whatever you eat or drink or do, whatever you do it all for the glory of God. Do not cause anyone to stumble, whether Jews, Greeks, or the church of God, even as I try to please everyone in every way, for I am not seeking my own good, but the good of many, so that they may be saved. Follow my example as I follow the example of Christ." And so, it's two more common verses up in here. Two more, more known verses up here. First, verse 31, where it says, "So whatever you eat or drink, do it. Whatever you do, do it all for the glory of God." And the other verse, this is another translation, but the King James Version says, "Follow me as I follow Christ." I want to touch on the second verse first. The second verse, when it says, follow the example of Christ, follow me. What Paul was saying to the people was saying that follow Christ, follow me as I follow Christ. Paul did not say follow sin as I follow Christ, or follow my lustful temptations as I follow Christ. But all he said was follow me as I follow Christ. Paul was telling the people that, I'm not gonna. It's not me that's performing miracles. It's not me that's healing people. It's not me that's doing the preaching. It's not me that got the power, but he got the power. He got the power, the glory, and the honor. God gets the glory. God gets the power. So Paul was trying to put in the believer's mind that it's not none of Paul, but it is God. And so since it is God, if you take God out of the equation, what I mean by that, if you say you're a minister and you following God, the second you take the glory and the credit for what God has done, then that's the second God no longer is in that. The second you take the credit and the glory and honor of what God has brought you from, what God has brought you through, or what God had used you for, the second that God no longer dwells in that, because God does not dwell in an unclean temple. Verse 31, it says, "Whether you eat or drink, whatever you do it all for the glory of God." Scripture telling us that you're going to be doing many things in this lifetime. You're going to be, whatever you choose to do in life, make sure God gets the glory for that. Because some people might say, "Well, I work for it." Who gave you the ability to work? Some people may say, "Well, I cried many nights for it." Who, what is it called? Who wiped your eyes when nobody else could do it? Who was there for you when nobody else can do it? Who protected you from things seen and unseen? God did. Who gave you, that? Who gave you that joy that you had? And so sometimes people try to take credit for what God has done, but if it wasn't for God, you wouldn't be woke up this morning. If it wasn't for God, you would be clothed in your right mind. If it wasn't for God protecting you from things seen and unseen, no telling where you would have been. So let's start acknowledging that God is powerful and God holds all the power and glory and honor in His hand, in His right hand at that. So I truly thank God for that. And it says, verse 32 says, "Do not cause anyone to stumble." Let's just know that. Do not try to cause division. Don't try to cause anybody to backslide, to fall, to trip, because God is watching and sees everything you do. But instead, uplift somebody. Instead, you see somebody stumble, pick them back up. Let them know that, hey, God forgives, Jesus saves. Let them know all these things, because once you put God in the middle of your situation, once you put God in the middle of your breakthrough, once you put God in the middle of your healing, once you put God in the middle of your job, once you put God in the middle of your life, then things start to change. So I truly do thank God for that, because if you trust in God and you believe in God, that God will bring you out, God will certainly indeed bring you out. If you trust in God and you give God the glory for what He has done, God will do exceedingly above more, all that you can ask to think. So God bless you, and I love you. I remember, whatever you do it all for the glory of God.